Hey there, Brock Intermediate families and students. This is Miss Lane here, your campus principal. Wow, what a great first 2 days we've had. It has been wonderful seeing our kids in the building. I actually even got to see a couple of our kids, a couple of our remote learners today when teachers were meeting with them, and that was exciting as well. And it's just great just to see our teachers do the magic that they do um, and work with your kiddos. We are going to make an adjustment to our morning drop off. So I'm creating this video to explain that a little bit to you. So if you are coming from I-20, you will still follow the yellow line like we had discussed before, that pattern, but we've also moved the buses up here in the morning to help. But what we've noticed this week is some of our parents coming from I-20 are actually pulling down here and then coming in the back way. And we need you to actually pull into the front. So you'll turn right along this line if you're coming from I-20, like Olive Branch, Comanche Crossing, Canyon West, any of those areas up there. You'll turn right in front of the school, pull through here. We'll start unloading right about where the sidewalk ends right here, and then unload as far back as we can. This is normal for what we did the first 2 days. So there's really no change up here in this area other than we have shifted the buses to the front in the morning to drop off. The change that we are making is because as we've rolled out our plan, we're starting to see some of our things that are revealing themselves that, we wouldn't have known until we ran the plan. So what we found is right here in this area at the corner of Horn and Grindstone, if we have cars coming from the junior high or from west on Grindstone coming along here and they need to turn left into our drop-off area, we're getting backed up right here because they're having trouble turning left into here. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to keep this interior lane right here open for left turn cars only. So if you're coming from this way, you will have a lane open for you. We ask that you follow that interior lane all the way up and hug that outside line right here. When you get to right here, if it's starting to back up, we'll obviously make that U like we've been doing and then go from there. But we think that this will help the traffic flow through here much better. One difference, if you're coming from like the elementary or Lazy Bend or Horn, when you're pulling in, you'll follow in along the inside lane, which is actually in the afternoons used for buses. We'll follow in along that inside lane and then we'll make the split where part of us will go along the gravel road that the buses use for drop off, and part of us will stay along that interior lane right here for drop off. We think that this should help keep our flow moving since we're moving all cars exiting right here around the junior high. We think that this right here is creating part of our bottleneck, and we are making this change to try to address that. Again, I really want to just thank you for being patient with us. You guys in the afternoons have brought us waters and Gatorades and smiling at us, and being out there and just figuring out all of these things is very, very, very helpful. And your kindness for the waters and Gatorades and things like that and your smiles is greatly appreciated. We are making a few minor adjustments on the inside of the building and just how we're staging the kids for dismissal, and we're hoping that that will continue to increase how we're getting kids out. We're looking at some additional options that we might put out early next week for some change to try to actually shift a little bit of our traffic flow back up to the front and eliminate a little bit of our congestion back here on this side in the afternoons. But we're going to study kind of where our populations are within our campus and where different groups of kids live in terms of quantity of kids, and see if we can shuffle some kids that way and maybe move some of our families up here to the front for dismissal. As always, if you guys have any questions, please shoot me an email. I've gotten emails with questions. I've gotten emails with compliments, and I really appreciate all of your patience and grace and kindness These last couple of days have been hot. Next week, we're hearing that it's going to be in the 90s, which is great, and we're really excited about that. But thank you again. Thank you again for entrusting us with the safety of your kids, as well as just entrusting us with your kids. We love what we do, and we are so happy to be here and all of us to be Brock Eagles. Have a great weekend.